Today, everyone is talking about retatrutide as the ultimate fat burner. But what if its most profound breakthrough has nothing at all to do with your waistline and everything to do with protecting your brain from structural decay? Today, we're looking at data no one else is talking about. So, to understand this hidden mechanism, we have to look directly at how a multi-incretin agonist crosstalks with the central nervous system. Retatrutide targets GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon receptors. These receptors aren't just localized in your digestive tract in your liver, they are highly expressed right inside your brain's hippocampus and cortex. When an agonist binds to these neural receptors, it triggers an intensive intracellular signaling cascade. First, receptor binding activates an enzyme called Adenyl Cyclase. This causes a rapid, sharp spike in an intracellular messenger molecule called CAMP. That spike alters cellular polarity and activates an inactive PKA, protein kinase A. Active PKA then migrates straight into the cell's nucleus to phosphorylate a crucial transcription factor called CREB, and we'll call it CREB for short. So once CREB is activated, it literally unlocks the DNA vault to upregulate the transcription of BDNF. And this is where it gets exciting. Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor. Think of BDNF as a molecular fertilizer for your brain. Once secreted, it binds to TRKB receptors on your neurons, forcing them to adapt, grow, and survive under metabolic stress. So when this cellular waterfall triggers and increases BDNF expression, the neurological payoffs operate on two completely distinct timelines. So in the short term, activating this pathway acts as an immediate acute shield. It also modulates neurotransmitter release, increasing concentrations of dopamine and serotonin while rapidly optimizing synaptic transmission efficiency. This provides immediate neuroprotection, shielding existing brain cells from metabolic toxicity, oxidative stress, and acute neuroinflammatory damage. In the long term, sustained activation shifts from simple defense to structural engineering. Prolonged BDNF expression drives neurogenesis, the literal creation of brand new neurons inside the hippocampus. It promotes extensive dendritic branching and synaptic plasticity, which are the physical requirements for long-term memory consolidation. Over years and months, this structural rebuilding serves as a critical buffer, defending the physical architecture of the brain against progressive, age-related neuroanatomical decay. Now, here's where we got to separate the science from the bro science. It's a massive caveat like you need to know. If anyone tells you retatrutide is a proven human smart drug or cognitive enhancer, they are lying to you. No human randomized controlled trials currently support this. The gold standard retatrutide trial, the data that most people refer to, is the 2023 phase 2 trial in the New England Journal of Medicine. And the study focused on obesity, glycemic control, and liver fat reduction. And in those trials, most of the side effects discussed are entirely gastrointestinal. It's dose-dependent nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation. None of these trials track cognitive scores or neural pathways, but anecdotal evidence, for starters, can be found in the peptide community. There's a lot of users saying when they started retatrutide, they quit smoking or they quit gambling or their drinking cut way back or completely ceased when it was pretty heavy. And all that is indications of the increased dopamine and possibly the serotonin as well that we were talking about. All those addictive pathways are driven by dopamine hits. So this could be anecdotal evidence, but there is preclinical evidence that supports everything I just said, and it's actually where I got this information. So there's a study done by BioRxiv. It's preclinical means pre-human. It can be petri dish cellular, or it can be in animals. This was in diabetic rats. This diabetes was actually induced in these rats. So the title of the trial is Effects of Retatrutide on Learning and Memory in streptozotocin-induced diabetic rats. I have to admit, I had to look that up, and basically they chemically chemically inactivated the cells in the pancreas that release insulin in these rats. So they basically made them type 1 diabetics. And what they demonstrated in that treatment was it directly rescued spatial learning and short-term memory, specifically by protecting and activating that exact BDNF TRKB signaling access in neurotissues. So it's an incredibly promising molecular framework, but it just simply hasn't been duplicated in human trials yet. So is it something that's been proven? No. Is it something to get excited about? Absolutely. This drug could be not only a weight loss drug, but it could also serve as a what's the word I'm looking for? As a brain protective drug as you get older to avoid, dementia or Parkinson's or any of the sad, hard diseases that come with age that they just totally destroy people. They don't recognize their relatives anymore. Their brain just deteriorates until they're dead. And this could be a preventive measure for that, but it's not proven in humans. So I just want to make that very clear. So, yeah, and now that you had an opportunity to see the hard data and raw biochemistry, the exact cellular pathways, look around the rest of the internet. This peptide space is completely flooded with self-proclaimed experts and fitness influencers who just regurgitate the same basic talking points. They read a headline, they repeat it, but they can't actually explain the biology. They treat these complex research compounds like magic water almost. But on this channel, we don't do surface level hype. We prove the mechanism first. Because if you don't understand the exact biochemistry, you probably don't understand the molecule. So if you're tired of talking heads copying each other's notes and you want deep, unhyped data analysis backed by actual peer-reviewed research, hit the subscribe button right now and welcome to Peptide Theory. See you in the next video.